What's up, Deckheads? Welcome back to MTG with me. Today we're going to open up some more Fat Packs. You are not seeing double. I do have two here. A lot of great stuff in the set. These are the set booster packs, not the draft packs. Draft packs are okay, as I've shown you in the other videos. They don't really show you a whole lot. Definitely not in comparison to these. So we will crack them open, and we'll find out if it's just that one color dice, the roll down D20 that's in them. I'm guessing it is, because I haven't seen anybody else in events with a different one. People that are using the old school dice. Land pack. Galta and Mavrin. This comes with each one. It says it on the back of the box. A little bright. There we go. So we got that D20. There's the Mavrin, land pack, and boosters. So we know what those are. It's just foil lands, regular lands. Looks like it is just the same color die, but I don't know about you, but I don't think you can have too many roll down D20s. Keep that. Cool, so we got the 8 packs here. Get this out of the way. Awesome. Alright, so let's go ahead and jump into that. And then, as always, I've got the Mythic spoiler website up there, so anything that I think is decent, I'll go ahead and just pull up there so you can see. Italy separate card divider, which is cool. Just went to a draft the other day. Wasn't too bad. Only took third, though. Ran a Boros, kind of a equipment, low-cost aggro deck, which was fun. It also had a little bit of the Phyrexian tribal kind of thing going on, which was good because there's a lot of cards that help the Phyrexians. I was using Valduk as well yesterday, which is pretty cool. I was about to say, did we not get a rare in that pack? What was going on? Looks like we got Drana and Linvala. This is kind of good, so I'll go ahead and bring that up. It's a flying vigilance 3/4. Activated abilities of creature your opponent control can't be activated, so that's pretty solid. It is a 4-drop though, so and it's also very specific. So I mean, yeah, flying vigilance, but that's really hard to account for, especially in standard right now. It's a very fast pace. I don't see that happening. Maybe if you're doing Esper control, you could get away with it. I don't know. But the benefit is it has all activated abilities of all creatures your opponents control. You may spend mana as though it were mana of any color to activate those abilities. So that is cool. But if you're playing black-white, you're going to be doing a lot of removal and board control, like O-rings, things like that. So the abilities of creatures your opponents control is probably going to be pretty limited. But, I mean, still worth looking at. So we'll pull that up. And let's see, what do we got? Alright, so that's going to be down here towards the middle, and let me see, I think she should be right here. Oh, there she is. Very cool, so Jana and Linvala right there. Off to a slow start there with the pack. Not seeing a whole bunch else with that one. Alright, so move that over here. Another cool divider there. Beantown Boomstick, or Beantown Beatstick. This is pretty cool. Using that basically gives Professional Facebreaker to something for 1 and equip 2. The only difference is you'll get the treasure token if you attack a battle as well, which is pretty cool, I think. This one, I was actually seeing get some play. There was this, was it a Simic deck, blue-green, that was using this, and for a 2-drop, making it pumpable to a 4/4 or even more. It's pretty good combat trick stuff there, especially because if you're using it as a Simic deck, where you're maybe also countering with blue as well, uh, that is a lot of combat tricking and spells that you're thinking your opponent might have just from sitting back and keeping mana open, so that's worth drafting. Target creature gets -3/-3 with Convoke. That's not bad. Stoke the Flames, great uncommon. It's a 4-drop. Convoke, though, so I can tap things to play it if I need to. 4 damage to any target. Again, with Convoke, the creature doesn't have to have... if it has Summoning Sickness, you could still tap it for this, because it's part of the cost of the spell. So, that's really cool. Furnace Gremlin, also a little bit combat tricky. This one's not a bad one to pull for your draft because a lot of things give benefits to Phyrexian, and it is pumpable. It also deals, when it dies, it incubates X, where X is its damage. So, or its power. So that's pretty cool. Ooh, Thalia. First strike, non-creature spells cost 1 more to cast. This is the old Thalia, but that's still cool to get. Oh, nice. We got a Baral and Kari Zev. This is a first strike menace. It's a 3-drop 2/4. Whenever you cast your first instant or sorcery spell each turn, you may cast a spell with lesser mana value, shares a card type with it from your hand without paying its mana cost. If you don't, create the first mate Ragavan, legendary 2/1 red monkey pirate, creature token, gains haste until end of turn. So that's kind of cool. I'll go ahead and put that one up. Alright, so that's definitely a better pack. Alright, Raw. Right there, actually next to it. Look at that. Look at it. Alright. Really cool artwork. Noticing a lot of backup stuff. People are trying to play it in standard. I'm not seeing it be a whole lot useful. There's a first strike that gives +1/+1, or it gives backup and the first strike, which is that +1/+1 counter, and whenever you give it to, it gets that ability, but I haven't seen much after that. Rudiclad Tekler Engineer. Alright, this is interesting. Alright, so this is 6-drop 4/4. Creature tokens have haste. At the beginning of combat on your turn, create a 2/1 blue Phyrexian rare artifact creature token. You may choose a token you control. If you do, each other token you control becomes a copy of that token. So that may get some play. I don't know. Maybe you can make a commander deck out of that. I'll go ahead and I'll pull that up. Alright, so that's in the alternate art section. That should probably be down here. There it is. Alright, very cool. And we have Kogla and Yadaro and a foil cut short. So that card's probably not useful. This one is. It's a 7/7 for 6. When it enters the battlefield, choose one. Either get trample and haste till end of turn, or fight target creature you don't control. For 4, you can discard it, destroy up to 1 target artifact or enchantment, and then shuffle it back into your library. So pretty versatile for Gruul. Like that. Actually, I'll go ahead and pull that one up as well. Another good pack there. That should be up towards the top. And let's see. Very cool. Some cool artwork. More backup stuff. A lot more backup stuff. This is one of the Phyrexian cards I was talking about. Each player can't cast more than one non-Phyrexian spell each turn. Non-Phyrexian creatures enter the battlefield tap. It's an amazing card to draft. Slows down a lot of the decks that are out there because they have to be really picking Phyrexian. A lot of the players are going to pick the big drop Phyrexians that they pull in their packs, but they're not really going to be picking the lower creature base with that. So this is, I found, very useful in drafts. If you see that, I would encourage you to pick it up. Copper Hose Crusher is alright. 8/8 trample hexproof for 8. Almost vanilla, but good enough to be an uncommon. More battles. Enters battlefield, draw 3 card, and then discard a card. And then I think this is the one that copies a spell. 1 tap, sacrifice it. Copy spell you control. Enters the battlefield as a copy. So that one's really good too. Only a 4 battle to hit, so that's worth looking at. Nice! We got Envision of Gobukan. If you've seen the other videos, you already know how much I like this card. It's a 2-drop, 3 battle. Look at your opponent's hand and exile a card. That card costs 2 more to play. When you get rid of the battle, though, so if I swing and get rid of it on the end step, this will take effect. So right afterwards, beginning of the end step, put a +1/+1 counter on each creature that attacked this turn. And then here's the best part. You can sacrifice it. Creatures you control gain hexproof and indestructible until end of turn. So very, very good. Very happy to see that. And we have a foil. Oracle of Tragedy enters the battlefield or dies. Choose 1, draw a card, discard a card. Shuffle up to 4 cards with mana value 3 or greater from your graveyard and your library. Okay, I mean, it's useful. Nice. What is this? Oh, there we go. Alright. More backup stuff. We've seen all this before. Vision of Eldraine. Opponent discards 2 cards. Flying 2/2 when it transforms. Beginning of each opponent's upkeep, that player has 2 or fewer cards in hand. Does 2 damage to them, so that's kind of cool. Invasion of New Capenna. Enters battlefield. Sacrifice an artifact creature. When you do, exile target artifact or creature an opponent controls. Kind of cool. And turns into Holy Frazzle Cannon. When a creature attacks, put a +1/+1 counter on that creature and each other creature you control that shares a creature type with it. Equip 1, not bad. Nice. Halo Hopper here, full. Looks cool. Glissa, Herald of Predation. This is a 5-drop. At the beginning of combat on your turn, choose 1. Incubate 2 twice. Transform all incubator tokens you control. And Phyrexians you control gain first strike and death touch until end of turn. That's really good. I'll go ahead and pull that one up. For a 5-drop 3/5 with all that, not too bad. Wow, right there. Easy finds on the website. Alright, let me see if I can move these up so you can see them all. We got 2 or 3 more packs left. right. Oop. This is the equipment I keep showing on these videos. This one's really good. Flash equips when it enters the battlefield. So for 1, it's +2, +0. Cool little combat trick right there. Squee the Immortal. This is a 3-drop. You may cast Squee the Immortal from your graveyard or from exile. It's a 2/1 for 3. That doesn't look that bad. Looks pretty cool. And then what do we have? Transcendent Message. This is X and 4 islands. So that's a big mana cost right there. But let's see. It's Convoke though, so draw X cards. So that's a useful instant speed. So that's pretty solid. But that you're probably only going to play that with a mono blue deck, in all honesty. So let's go ahead and pull that one up. It does look like it'll probably get some playability. There's plenty of decks I'm sure that could use that in Legacy. Probably is going to see standard play because blue always finds a way. Let's take a look. Let's send that message. Should be instant rare, so it should be up towards the top. There it is. Cool. Nice. Shiny Forest. New Negate artwork looks like trash, I think. A lot of other artworks out there look better. Stasis Field, not a bad card. Not a great one either. Let's see, what is this? Invasion of Mug. Enters the battlefield, put a +1/+1 counter on each creature for 4, and it's got a 5 battle cost. Flips into a Ward 2 3/3 Dryad. Beginning of the end step, put a +1/+1 counter on target creature you control. So, really good board state card. We got Master Smith. Whenever a creature you control that's enchanted or equipped attacks, that creature gains double strike until end of turn. Shoot, that'd be fun to play in a draft, but I don't think you see that card in the draft packs, really. Ooh. Ooh. Oh! Wow, what an end to that pack. We got 2 mythics and a rare. Jin Gitaxis. And it's the new Jin Gitaxis. Let's pull that up. Solid fat pack. Alright, Jin Gitaxis, top shelf. This is a 5-drop 5/5, so it's already at the vanilla, but it's got Ward 2. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell with mana value 3 or greater, draw a card. So that's amazing. 4, flip it, return to the battlefield transformed, and it says, draw cards equal to the number of cards in your hand. You have no maximum hand size for as long as you control the Great Synthesis. Return all non-Phyrexian creature cards to their owner's hand as the second step. And the last step says, you may cast any number of spells from your hand without paying their mana costs. What? Oh, that sucks. They could just hold on to the stuff that they pulled right till then and drop them all down. Oh, that's nuts. That's disgusting. You may cast any number of spells. So that's creatures, that's anything. What is that? Ew. Oh, that's so good. All right. And then Omnath, Locus of All. This is Wooburg with Phyrexian mana black. You lose unspent mana. That mana becomes black instead. Beginning of your pre-combat main phase, look at the top card of your library. You may reveal that card if it has 3 or more colored mana symbols in its mana cost. If you do, add 3 mana any combination of colors and put it in your hand. If you don't reveal it, just put it in your hand. And that is a nice foil. That looks cool. I'll go ahead and pull up Omnath before I talk about this card. Omnath should be towards the bottom. For those multicolors, you gotta scroll down. Let's see. Should be right there. Not seeing it. Let me see. It's probably farther. Oh, there it is. Cool. And now that other card in the pack is a 6-drop, 6/6 first strike, Soul of Chandalar, creature avatar for 5, pumpable. Deals 3 damage to target player, 3 damage up to 1 target creature that player controls. So that's pretty cool. And then for 5, exile from the graveyard, deals 3 damage to target player and 3 damage up to 1 target creature that player controls. I mean, that's a pretty solid 6-drop. 6/6 first strike is nuts. That's cool. Alright, let me go ahead and move this around so you can see. A lot of great stuff in this one. I don't think I can fit 2 on there. Let's do this. Nice. That last pack was nuts. Foil Omnath, Jingataxis, and Soul of Chandalar. That looks pretty cool. Alright, last pack. That last card looks like it's from M15. Old card. A lot of stuff we've already seen here. What is this? Invasion of Kylum. Enters battlefield up to 2 target creatures. Each get +2/+0. Gain vigilance and haste until end of turn. It's a 5-drop battle. When it flips, create 2/3/2 red and white creature tokens with whenever this creature and at least one other creature token attack, put a +1/+1 counter on a creature. So it's pretty demanding as far as getting that to work. That would be tough to do. Alright, we got Anafenza Kin Tree Spirit. This is a 2/2. Whenever another non-token creature enters the battlefield under your control, bolster 1. I don't know if that's on the website. Let me see. It might be. Ah, right there. Take a look at that one. We do have another rare, C double. Spell can't be copied. Choose one, and if an opponent has 8 or more cards in the graveyard, you may choose both. Copy target spell. Choose new targets for the copy. Create a token that's a copy of target creature. I mean, that's useful. Especially in draft, if a lot of people are... I mean, everyone's really playing creatures in drafts, so you should be able to copy something. Even if you're not putting out a lot of stuff, like if you're just playing blue and countering, so that's a good card. Sweet. So that's it for the first fat pack. As far as the best card that I see in this little group right here, definitely going to be Jingataxis. For 5, it's not that demanding to get to, so if you mix that in with the Simic deck, probably get that out turn 4. Maybe you have a way to get it out earlier. I don't think so, but turn 4 seems good for that. As far as artwork, I really like that Thalia. That Thalia looks pretty good. Transcendent Message artwork looks pretty cool too. I like that. Best card in the set, probably back to Jingataxis. Baral and Kari Zev. That card I feel like people are going to use. 2/4 First Strike Menace seems really good. Playing that turn 3. Yeah, I mean, A lot of great stuff here. And of course, Gobacon is probably my personal favorite there just because I'm using it in my standard. So check out those videos. Lots of good work with that. I'm already back up into Diamond, about halfway through that. So hopefully I'll be at Mythic again soon. And let's jump into that next fat pack. A lot of good stuff. Very cool. I also really like these boxes. Great place to store stuff. Looks like the artwork is the same in those. Plenty of land for drafts now. And I've got a good amount of Galta and Mavrin. Another D20 roll down. I'm a fan. Okay, so don't need that. Another thing I like about these is they have this little insert in here. So you can generally separate out the good stuff. Maybe if you want to put your foil lands in there and some of those cool foil uncommons, and then the rest of what you got in there is generally what a lot of people do. Alright, pack 1, fat pack 2. Full artwork lands are the best. Elspeth's Smite, great card for 1. 3 damage to target attacking or blocking creature. If it would die, exile it. Seal from Existence. This card, I'm actually, since I've been playing a lot of Boros, especially when I'm drafting, I'm looking to draft white and something else because I see a lot of good white cards in the deck. This is a strong one. It's got Ward 3, and it's like an Oblivion Ring. So, because it's not a creature, it's pretty good in that format because not a lot of people have enchantment or artifact removal. So, something pretty cool to look at there. Ooh, what is this? Oh! Alright, so some of you saw that. We got Atali, which is a great card. And then this one is Brimaz, Blight of Oreskos. It's a 4-drop, 3/4. Whenever you cast a Phyrexian creature or an artifact creature spell, incubate X, where X is that spell's mana value. Ooh. Beginning of each end step, if a Phyrexian died under your control this turn, proliferate. Wow. So that's going to make all your incubate stuff bigger. That's really cool. Let me see if I can find that. I think they might have that. Brimaz. Brimaz. Let's see. Oh, okay. I'm not finding him. This is all in the set here. And it might be underneath in this last section here. Commander. Alright, so that Brimaz should be... Oh, there he is. There we go. It's a pretty good start. Go ahead and move those. And then Itali, which is just disgusting. This is 7-drop, 7/7 trample. When it enters the battlefield, each player exiles cards from the top of their library until they exile a non-land card, and then you get to play each of those, or you may. It's up to you. For 9 and Phyrexian green, so 10 mana there, or 9 and 2 life, you can flip it, and it's a trample indestructible 11/11. And when it deals combat damage, they get that many poison counters. So you still hit them for the combat damage, and they still get the poison counters. It only takes 10 to win off infecting somebody with poison counters, and it's an 11/11, which is, I mean, people are going to play that card either way. You pull that in a draft, you're definitely taking that just because. That's so good. All right, nice. Another awesome pack there. Let me go ahead and pull that up. Itali, that's going to be up in the top. Very good card, very popular. Definitely got some trade value with that. Cool. A lot of stuff we've seen and talked about already. Storm the Seed Core, uncommon, 4-drop. Distribute 4+1/+1 counters among up to 4 creatures you control. They'll gain vigilance and trample at the end of turn. That's actually pretty good for an uncommon. Invasion of Urgamon. When an Invasion of Urgamon enters the battlefield, create a treasure token. Then you may discard a card. If you do, draw a card. And this is the 3/4 trample. When it enters the battlefield, you may discard a card. If you do, search your library for a land, reveal it, put it in your hand. That's pretty cool. Yorion Sky Nomad. I hate this card, but it's a cool companion. I just like it because of the MTGA matches that I've played, and so many people played this card. Cool artwork. Companion starting deck needs to contain at least 20 cards, more than the minimum deck size. It's flying. Enters the battlefield, exile any number of other non-land permanents you own. Return those cards to the battlefield at the beginning of the next end step. So if you have a bunch of O-rings out by the time you get this turn 5, and you play it, and the opponent's got a board state up that you need to deal with, you can just blink them all away. Yeah, they'll get the stuff that they wanted back, so watch the ETBs on that, but you can kind of like reassign your O-rings, which is really cool. Cool foil there, and Zephyr Singer. Convoke, it's a 4-drop, 3/4 flying vigilance. Enters the battlefield, put a flying counter on each creature that convoked it. That's really good. That's really good for draft. That's amazingly good, actually. Play it for 2 and create 2 flyers that are already out there. So you got your 1-drop, your 2-drop. Turn 3, play this for 2 by tapping the other 2, and still have 1 mana open. That's pretty good. It's really good. Nice. Off to a great start with these packs. Telling you, fat packs, set boosters. This is the way to go. All right, moving along. A lot of stuff we've already seen. Lithomatic Barrage is great. 1-drop, deal 1 damage. Can't be countered. Target creature or planeswalker. If it's white or blue, though, it does 5 instead. So pretty solid. Harry's Warcraft. And then a foil Kithkin Billy Rider. Oh, what? I love this card just because it's double strike. For a 3-drop, 1/3 double strike's not that great. But you'd have to use it like an aura or enchantment deck. Aura, equipment, or enchantment. Ugh. Let's see. It's 3-drop. Now here he's Warcrafting. Deals 5 damage to target creature, planeswalker, or battle. Look at the top X cards of your library, where X is the excess damage dealt this way. You may exile one of those cards, put the rest of them on the bottom of your library in a random order, and you can play it that turn. So, I mean, if you could play it till the end of your next turn, that would be a lot better. But, I'd say it's an okay card. I'm not fascinated by it. Alright. 5 packs left. Ooh, foil. Tap land, gain a life. Two-drop, change the equation. This card's pretty cool. Counter target spell with mana value 2 or less. Or counter target red or green spell with mana value 6 or less. For 2, it's not bad. Vivian's Talent. This is a good rare. Enchant Planeswalker. Basically, it's going to get the Planeswalker has +1. Look at the top 4 cards of your library. You may reveal a creature card or land card from among them. Put it into your hand. Put the rest on the bottom of your library in any order. But it also has, whenever a non-token creature enters the battlefield under your control, put a loyalty counter on Enchanted Planeswalker. So, you know, shoot, put this on Liliana, the 3-drop that sacks a creature. You both discard a card. Now she's got something that you can do. If your opponent is already out of cards and you don't want to discard yours, still get her up to her ult. It's pretty cool. Some alt artwork here. Another rare. And then a foil Takir Dune Shaper. Alright, so this one is Invasion of Arcavios. Enters the battlefield, search your library, graveyard, and or outside the game. For an instant or sorcery card you own, reveal it and put it into your hand. If you search your library this way, shuffle for 5. It's a 7 battle, though. When it flips, it says, whenever you cast an instant or sorcery spell from your hand, you may copy that spell and you may choose new targets for the copy. That's pretty good. Very demanding to get, though. Not only do you have to pay 5, but you got to hit it for 7 somehow. That is cool. Didn't miss anything with that one. Cool. All right. A lot of stuff we've seen. Rampaging Geoderm. 4, Trample, Haste, 3/3. Whenever you attack, target attacking creature gets +1/+1 until end of turn. If it's attacking a battle, put a +1/+1 counter on it. So that's cool. Botanical Brawler. If you've been drafting at all, you'll know this is a very powerful draft card. It's a Trample, enters battlefield with 2 +1/+1 counters on it. So it's a 2 for a 2/2 Trample. Whenever one or more +1/+1 counters are put on another creature, as long as it's the first time, you put another one on this one. So. Oh, I'm sorry, not another creature, another permanent. So all of your incubate tokens give this thing another one, which is pretty cool. Ooh, Rampaging Raptor. This is a 4-drop. Let me go ahead and pull that up. Alright, it's going to be towards the top. Oh, there it is. Alright, so Rampaging Raptor is a 4/4 for 4, Trample Haste. Pumpable for +2/+0 for 3. When it deals combat damage to an opponent, it deals that much damage to target player. Planeswalker that player controls or battle. So, deal damage to the player. Also does that same amount to Planeswalker or battle. It's actually pretty useful. Especially for utilizing those battles. Coming in hot, I think, is a great card. +1/+0 gains first strike, scry 1 for 1. Stoke the Flames. Talk about the Furnace Gremlin. Alright, we got Archimedes' Slumbering Isle. Enters the battlefield tapped with 5 slumber counters on it. As long as it has a slumber counter on it, it's a land. Whenever you cast a spell, you may remove the slumber counter from it. It's a 12/12? What? I gotta pull that up. What? And that looks like it's gonna be down here. No, probably farther. I gotta scroll down to. Alright, so here we're in the right spot. There it is. That's pretty disgusting, if I say so myself. Taps add 2 mana. That adds a forest and an island. It's a land until you get rid of the slumbering counters. And it comes in with 5. But whenever you play any spell, you remove a slumber counter. So that's pretty good. I mean, shoot. Especially with those control decks. Time it out so that last one you remove is in response to something that they're playing to build up their board state. That's dirty. Oh, okay. Foil Bolisinger. And then another Yargle. Speaking of great power and toughness, this is just a bunch of flavor text for 6 mana, but it's an 18/6. That's so dumb. I love seeing that, though. I'll pull it up so you can laugh too. That's so funny. Yargle! Where's he at? There it is. Just yargling around. Another Yargle right there. Some artwork for you. Clear this up. Alright. Nothing too great. Nice. As soon as I say that Ancient Imperiosaur is a great card, I'll pull that up for you. And then we have a Ravenous Sailback foil. One of the only creatures I noticed there that gets rid of the artifact or enchantment. Or it can give haste to itself. Pretty cool. For a 3/4 though, you'd think it'd be better for a 5-drop. Alright, Ancient Imperiosaur is a 7-drop 6/6, but it's got Convoke, so you can get it up much earlier than you think. Trample Ward 2. Enters battlefield with 2 +1/+1 counters on it for each creature that convoked it. So, shoot, what, turn 3? Let's say I've got a 1-drop, 2-drop, 3-drop out. So by turn 4, I could play that. The 4 and the 3 creatures, and that would come in with 6 +1/+1 counters on it and be a 12/12 Trample Ward 2. That's nuts. Alright, let me pull that up. Ancient Imperiosaur. Lot of stuff for green. Ancient Imperiosaur should be up to the top. There it is. Another great card. Moving on to the last pack. I think there's been some really awesome pulls in these fat packs here. Ooh, I hated seeing this. This, when it enters the battlefield, target player sacrifices a creature or a planeswalker and loses 1 life. Pretty solid in the draft. When you flip it over, it becomes a 2/1 menace. At the end step, put a +1/+1 counter on it if a permanent was put into a graveyard from the battlefield this turn. So anybody's permanent. Not a bad battle. Another Invasion of Arcavios. Search your library for a graveyard, or search your library, graveyard, or outside the game, or instant or source. We just talked about it. 7 battle for 5, and flips whenever you cast an instant or sorcery spell from your hand. You may copy it, choose new targets. Then we got a foil Aether Blade Agent. 1/1 Death Touch for 2. Transform it, turns into 3/3. Whenever it deals combat damage to a player, draw a card. I mean, it's alright. Cool. Alright, well, in this group right here, let's see. 12 out of these 12, I think the best card is going to have to be Atali, just because it can win a game just by itself. It's a 7-drop. A close second, probably Ancient Imperiosaur. Trample Ward 2, Convoke, really solid. And then that Rampaging Raptor looks pretty cool too. I really like that one. Best artwork, probably the Yorion. I think a lot of people will probably like that the most. I'd say probably the Zephyr Singer's probably played the most in the set, or like drafts, probably got the most playability. And then, shoot, yeah, I mean, I'm so torn between the Italian Ancient Imperiosaur that I think is probably the best one. Now, honorable mention here, Archimedes, Slumbering Isle. That looks, that's really good. 4 tap, add 2, so you're ramping that you're already doing that. There are cards that remove counters from permanents, so shoot. I mean, the only downside to that right now is there's a lot of proliferate. Probably better to put that in a commander deck, but still great nonetheless. Well, go ahead and let me know in the comments which ones you think are the best, which ones you like the most. If you're making a deck that uses these, shout it out. As always, thanks for watching, and until next time, deckheads, keep it easy.